Boris, I get flack for it.
No, I also think, by the way, that it's when...
explained by John Bercow that I mustn't call him Boris because he's... People
Nobody
in the media called him
that.
Boris, the side effect,
yes.
and had practically none.
I've had none. I've had both.
Well, you're so lucky to
I've spoken to a number of times on this programme. She is living with blood cancer. And she says that 3 weeks after her second vaccine, she was showing no COVID antibodies. Difficult and upsetting situation.
And they've said that people have
recovered from COVID and you transplant plasma.
No,
or help people with their immunity. That's absolutely
exactly.
Red carpet outside the O2, do you?
Olympics should be cancelled. 60% of people in Japan teams can play elsewhere. Training. You want to go, so let us know what...
Good morning, just gone 6:30 and welcome to the programme.
Am I allowed to call Tony Blair Tony? Or will I be accused of treating him like my favourite puppy?
What do you call him normally when he comes in?
Tony.
Call him Tony.
Right, but when I call Boris Johnson...
It's common sense, as Boris Johnson would say.
Don't you
or
think...
Boris, as you call him.
Don't you think that calling people by their surnames is a little bit kind of, well, either rude... Like, I wouldn't call you Campbell. Johnson, I think, kind of
Call
sounds...
him Blair. Just call him Blair.
To his face?
No. What should we call Boris Johnson?
So
He would
either
call him-
calling
he probably
people by
calls him
their
Boris.
surnames is rude, them by their surnames is very sort of private school. It's rather
No,
Eton,
no,
isn't it?
honestly, I think... But the point I've been making is we call Tony... I'm
From
not
Boris
saying
Johnson
you did.
saying,
I'm not...
call me
Susanna,
Boris,
don't
because
get
it
defensive
plays
about
into...
this.
Sorry, I got taken apart by
Not by
John
me.
Bercow.
Oh, well, that was... But don't get
yesterday morning. I got man's sort of preference for...
That's
for
John
Boris
Bercow has to be responsible for what comes out of his mouth. But
yeah, and John Bercow said he voted Labour in the elections last week. I think...
Anyway, at least, look, I think I've moved... looking at social media, I think I've moved a few people on this one, Susanna, I do think. I think we can have another Twitter poll on it.
Yes, you look at your Twitter, and I'll look at my Twitter.
That reliable echo chamber.
Exactly right. That is where... Well, is it your final day today?
Yeah.
You're just here for now on being best mates with Dua Lipa.
My daughter now does a whole comedy shtick about how she was the cool girl at school and she now does sort of pubs and clubs and stand-up, and Dua Lipa is travelling the world as one of the greatest stars on the planet.
Headlining at the Brits.
Hang on.
double standards. But well said, Dua Lipa, on both counts.
She's the best.
Really good. Dr. Hillary, we are discussing this morning Olympic medalists to debate that a little bit later on. Gail Ems, who won silver at the Athens Olympics, and Seb Coe.
Ledge.
Total
ledge.
It's so expensive to put
to prove that it can run it safely. A lot of the cost will have already been spent,
yes,
won't
exactly,
it?
Yeah.
So it is a massive debate. I mean, we spoke to a couple who were, a couple of athletes who were going last week. I can't imagine what it would be like right now. Much indeed. Still to come, we are joined by Vinnie Jones this morning and Denise Van Outen after 8 o'clock. Erin, did you say something has been prepared for you, Alistair Campbell?
With Reid and Campbell.
Okay. No more first names on the programme. It is only surnames.
With Reid and Campbell.
All right, bring Maguire and Pearce on.
You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. 10 minutes to 7. Alistair, it's your favourite part of the programme.
And it's not just my favourite part of the programme. I've also got some major news. Is Andy coming on in a minute? Because they're counting down to Monday when the traffic light system for foreign travel from England kicks in. If you return from green list countries like Portugal, Israel or Iceland, there's no need to quarantine when you get home.
But Greece, like many other popular European destinations, did not make it onto the green list. It's amber, which means you have to isolate at home for 10 days upon returning.
Yeah.
But obviously, gorgeous place. I mean, there are gorgeous places all over the UK, but accommodation, I mean, well done for getting accommodations in
Well, it was one...
It just sounds rude. It just sounds rude.
I said it sounds like a local accountancy
Good morning,
firm.
7 o'clock. Read the auto cue, Susanna.
Blimey. Day 3. Our main news this morning, social media companies which fail to protect children online could have their websites blocked in the UK under new duty of care legislation, which is being published by the government.
Culture Secretary claims the new law will finally turn the tide on online racist, misogynist and anti-Semitic abuse. And